god, I died on the last puff!
It's your main boy Kigu, and today we're going to be taking things back to a very long ago past, to when I was just a little Kigu. This game turned me into a gamer that I am today. But does a 20-year-old game hold up today, and more importantly, should you play it? Today's game is none other than Treasures' game, Gunstar Heroes. The story begins with the Empire, led by the villainous General Grey, seeking to harness the power of the 4 legendary gems. These gems have the ability to grant unimaginable power to their possessor. The Gunstar family, who are the protectors of these gems on planet Gunstar 9, are entrusted with their safety, but General Grey betrays them and kidnaps Gunstar Green, the older brother of the Gunstar family, using mind control. Now it's up to the remaining Gunstar siblings, Red and Blue, to go on a daring mission to retrieve the gems, rescue the kidnapped brother, and put an end to General Grey's nefarious plans. The aesthetics of Gunstar Heroes can be described as a vibrant and colorful blend of retro and futuristic elements.
Alright, I'm blue, you're red.
The game features a wide range of environments, from lush jungles
Alright, I think we just have to dodge him.
to high-tech laboratories,
Oh, I accidentally pulled out my plug.
each of which having their very own unique design and bosses.
Oh!
Throw him off?
You can throw him off? That's ballsy.
The character and enemy sprites are well detailed and really showcase the capabilities and the potential of the Sega Genesis hardware.
Yeah, you
trying to
definitely
get
couldn't jump on that one. Yeah, I believe it.
The game's aesthetic also emphasizes this over-the-top, explosive action with numerous projectiles,
What is this?
explosions,
The stage won't progress until we kill those guys in the train.
and special effects on screen at once.
Can't get to it. There's too much on the screen.
The smooth animation and constant on-screen chaos adds to the game's overall intensity and excitement.
Wow, I
Woo!
dead.
2 HP, baby, let's go!
But this is not without consequence. Due to the amount of stuff that's on the screen, expect slowdown or pixel flickering to occur, as is typical of retro games.
I was wondering if you were going to realize how much damage you're taking.
Gunstar Heroes' music, composed by the talented composer Norio Hanzawa, sorry if I butchered your name, plays a crucial role in enhancing the game's atmosphere. The soundtrack features a diverse range of musical styles, blending techno, rock, and orchestral elements to create a unique and energetic soundscape. Overall, Gunstar Heroes' aesthetic and music work together seamlessly to create an action-packed, visually stunning, and audibly engaging gaming experience that has left a lasting impact on players and gaming enthusiasts like myself for decades.
Yeah, let's go, Pix! Let's go!
Gunstar Heroes is a classic side-scrolling run-and-gun action game.
We gotta move. These will keep spawning in. We gotta move. Choose something and move.
The game features fast-paced gameplay, intense action, and a variety of weapons and bosses.
Oh, boy.
There are 2 modes that players can choose at the start, either fixed shot or free shot.
I can't remember which one I liked more.
These options affect how the characters run and gun through the game.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
In the fixed shot mode, the player's character remains stationary while shooting. Oh, I forgot that I can't move while using fixed shot. When the player holds down the attack button, the character locks in place and the gun remains fixed in a specific direction. The advantage of fixed shot is that it allows for more precise aiming in specific situations.
This is why I like fixed shot more in the earlier stages, because fighting stuff like this is actually harder with free shot.
It can be useful when trying to maintain a consistent stream of fire in a particular direction, or when dealing enemies that move more predictably. However, this limits the fixed shot players to be unable to properly run and gun like their free shot brethren, which can be a problem when faced with an overwhelming amount of enemies on screen. Oh boy, this might be a problem. Oh, in the free shot mode, the player's characters can move freely while shooting.
Dude, okay, this might be this might be a problem.
When the player holds down the attack button, the character can run and gun simultaneously in any direction.
I like that this thing is tall enough that we could, like, jump up to it.
This means that the character's gunfire follows the direction in which the player is moving, providing more flexibility and mobility in combat.
I haven't blinked. My eyes are so dry.
Because of this allows players to dodge the enemies while maintaining an offensive stance.
But you can climb those?
It's not advised, because if they squish you, you're dead.
But the problem of free shot is the loss of precise control, as there may be some enemies that can only be shot in a specific location, which may be a problem for some free shot players.
Fortunately, my gun type doesn't work as well here.
The choice of control style comes down to their personal preference and playstyle.
Dang
Have
it.
fun at the
I
pit.
just wanted out of spite at that point.
And some players may find one option more suitable for certain things
Alright.
Will he make it? No, he's going back to the pit.
or other stages than the other.
It's unfortunate because we can't hit that thing.
In addition to this mode of play, the players can utilize a number of physical actions.
Yeah, the pin, we're back, baby! Woo!
Sliding,
Where were those in all the other areas?
air attack,
How did I not get hit?
punching, blocking, throwing, While this is an impressive array of motions the player can do, and it's quite astonishing to be able to put all these actions into the original 3-button Sega Genesis controller, this might be one of those cases where perhaps there was too much shoved into the limited set of buttons that the Sega Genesis controller had.
I can say one thing I don't like is that like the throw is attached to the jump sometimes.
Yeah.
One of the most notable features is the weapon system. Players can mix and match different weapon types to create a total of 14 different combinations, which include chaser rounds, lasers, flamethrower, and rapid fire. Each combination offers different advantages and strategies. For example, if you combine laser with chaser rounds, it gives a screen-wide homing attack where it targets one enemy at a time.
That wasn't the right button. There we go. Okay.
This provides the freedom of motion for free shot players while also damaging the enemies on screen in exchange for having one of the weaker power combinations.
The homing attack is so amazing, but it needs to work alongside something like this to just keep everything that doesn't get hit, you know?
Yeah.
Alternatively, if you combine that same laser with fire instead, you get a lightsaber, which is the most powerful combination of the group in exchange for the shortest range weapon in the game.
The plus side is that I'm chunking him for days. Bad news is I'm about to die.
The level of depth with 14 choices allows the player to find out what fits their playstyle.
Dude, you just mad voted him! Yeah, let's go, pick!
This combined with the two very different modes of play, and you get a surprisingly in-depth gameplay that is both complex and compelling.
Let's go! Oh my god, I died on the last bump! Quick interruption. I noticed that only 12% of you are actually subscribed to this channel. Watching this long, I must be doing something right, so if you like this video, hit that like button and please subscribe to this channel. Any support helps and these videos take a bit long to make. Thank you so much and back to the video.
If you want the purest experience, playing it on the Sega Genesis is an absolute must. However, given that this game is regarded as an icon in gaming, getting this game, especially since it's from 1993, as a new copy on eBay will run you $1,300. But say you don't mind it being used. Then you can get the used original cartridge for $135. But let's say you don't mind that it's not an original copy. You can buy a replica reproduction cartridge for $45 on Amazon. But let's say that you don't have a Sega Genesis and don't mind playing it on computer. You can then get it on Steam for just $1. Now when it comes to other consoles, this is where things get very questionable because while you play it on the Switch for basically free with their Nintendo Online service, the way in which they run this is with emulation. Yeah, the very same emulation that they strive to destroy when it comes to legitimate historical video game preservation. Now, I won't personally go into detail about it, but Chris Pratt did a fascinating story about their alleged doing with ROMs and using ROM dumps from emulation sites, which I'll link in the description below. But suffice it to say, while I passionately believe in video game preservation, I am completely against a company that uses ROMs allegedly online that they, in my opinion, have found on the internet with the help of other video game preservation activists and then selling that same ROM as their own ROM dump. So as such, I'll leave it up to the viewer to decide whether or not they want to do emulation. And yeah, while some may say that it's the same for Steam, note that it's published by Sega, so at the very least, it's Sega serving something that they create, and without Sega, Gunstar Heroes wouldn't have existed in the first place. So as far as I'm concerned, I have no problems with it on Steam. That being said, taking the lowest market price of one, you know what? Let's just skip the price to hour ratio and get right into the details of the game. From the sound design and music to the intensity of the gameplay, it's apparent from the outset that Gunstar Heroes was created with the utmost of care. Visuals are various and vibrant, boss battles are challenging but unique from one another. The music score is supreme, and with each component being incredible on its own but somehow having the sum of their parts creating an even better product is really showing why the developer's name is Treasure.
You get an item?
I'm getting an item! Let's go!
Gems like these come along very rarely, and even 20 years later, Gunstar Heroes proves that it can stand toe-to-toe with modern run-and guns. So do I think Gunstar Heroes is worth it? Absolutely.
There we go, let's do this.
I would be remiss if I did admit that I have some bias when it comes to this game.
This was actually the first game that I played when I was a kid.
I grew up with this game. It was the first game that I had ever played.
That is awesome, but I would never hand someone Gunstar Heroes as their first game.
But this does not take away the treasure that Treasure had made.
Drill through the heavens!
The music, the gameplay, the aesthetics, everything about this game is peak retro gaming. Easily the best in class when it comes to run and gun games.
This thing is gonna make me pay for my big mouth, I guarantee it.
So I don't care how you play this game, you owe it to yourself to have played this game at least once.
Let's go!
That's what he gets.
He's like,
That's what he
"No."
gets.
And the only real downside I could think of when it comes to this game is that eventually you finish the game.
Okay, don't take this one. Don't go up to it. Trust me, don't.
What?
So with all that being said, my rating for Gunstar Heroes is that you should play this game in one sitting. This is a treasure you definitely need to experience.
Let's go! Oh my god, I died on the last